Hello everybody, welcome back to another World Conqueror 4 video. It's Laid Back Launcher here. Today is update day and we got some juicy stuff, thanks from Easy Tech. To begin with, let's just take a quick look at some things. You'll notice on that sidebar here, we've got a single new button, and it's an updated tutorial. It actually helps a lot if you're a new player on top of the actual tutorial. Actually, let's see if the actual tutorial has changed. Doesn't seem to have, but this little question bar explains the game in much better detail than before. Normally you'd have to go onto the wiki or something, and it would explain there. Here it gives it a lot more detail, especially in some important categories. I didn't even know that there was terrain effects that help protect your units depending on a certain type of terrain. I thought they only affected mobility, but apparently they also affect how much damage your units take based on that terrain. The empty squares that don't have the wheat fields, I thought those are the plains. I thought that the plains were only the ones that had, you know, the wheat fields, and the plain effects ability seems pretty useless in that regard. But any empty square that doesn't have any terrain effect in this corner here is a plain, which actually makes some commanders very viable. I changed up my HQ in that, and well, one of the big changes is the HQ. Now you can change the order, your placement of generals. If you remember how much of a mess it was, your HQ was ordered on the sequence that you bought your generals, not like your preference. Now you can change your preference. I think that's super useful because now I've put all of my main generals in the first few roles. These are my event generals. Now it's easier to keep track of which generals you've deployed in the field, how many general deployments you have left. You can also do it by navy. I have my lower tier generals. I have they're grouped up, you know, infantry, navy, then everyone else based on priority. So that's a huge improvement, I think. We also have a new biography mode, which is Montgomery. He's a tank commander, so I'm not sure why the rewards for this are navy ribbons. But that's another source of medals, and it gives him an elite force armored unit thing when you go through all 5 of these missions, which is useful because I just got Montgomery. He's one of the big changes I made in my HQ. That's I swapped out Patton and Graziani and replaced them with Montgomery and Vatutin, each because they have the plain fighting ability, and Montgomery has an extra crossfire, which makes him a bit more useful, despite losing one armor star. We also have a few new elite force units, the Alpinis, I think. Excuse me, Italians, if I'm butchering that. They're basically like Italian commandos, but elite, so upgraded. We also have a new type of howitzer, which seems to be focused on attacking fortresses and cities. That's a very useful ability. Hopefully I'll get that soon. It seems to be I'm not quite sure what level that is. No new armor, no new ships, no new air force. I did just recently unlock the Stuka. And because there's some new events, you can actually get the rewards for, you know, you've completed some difficulty, and now you get units like Brandenburgers or the Stukas. You couldn't do that before, there just weren't more events. Additionally, we got general trials. For this one, it's Guderian. And I haven't tried that one yet. I'll give you a walkthrough of it in the next few videos. And I've already uploaded the first video of the combat missions hard mode. So these are like the, you know, rescue the ally, hold the ground, gather resources missions, but now it's as an event for the more beginners. It offers resources. I've already completed them, but resources and a little bit of medals, a little bit of elite force units. You can see these are the upgraded rewards. You get medals, You get some Elite Force units, some ribbons, they can be useful. So I think very good update so far. A lot of new content added, and I've already showed the first walkthrough. If you're a mid to end game player, these are basically just free medals, free infantry, free Elite Force units, free ribbons. You can do them in like half an hour for the easy mode, a little bit longer maybe for the hard mode, but I have no problems with these. Check out the guides if you want to see how they're done, and I'll probably do upgraded guides for the mid-game walkthrough eventually. In fact, I could probably start doing them sometime soon. And once I do the endgame walkthroughs and I update the Doom Warzone videos, because I've made some huge progress on the Doom Warzone videos, the old ones are outdated. I'll go back and do the updated flawless runs for that, endgame flawless runs, and then I'll start doing some mid-tier walkthroughs. The tactics will mostly be the same, because now I'm an experienced player, but I'll be using mid-tier materials, mid-tier generals, mid-tier abilities, mid-tier medals. So it's a little more accessible and useful for earlier and mid-game players. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this update. I enjoyed it a lot. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any ideas that you'd like me to do, those are always welcome. And I'll follow along with the tutorials and walkthroughs for the events, the general trials, and I'll try to continue along with the Barbarossa events. I got awful mods for it again. Whenever I get either fanaticism or fragmentation, I basically just don't do the event. It's just too much of a slog for me. But yeah, they actually updated the debuff. This used to do, I think, 7 damage when the enemy is eliminated. Now it only does 3, which is actually huge. I appreciate that change. It was just too powerful. Let's hope they've nerfed fragmentation. Have they nerfed fanaticism? No, they have not nerfed fanaticism. But I mean, let's just hope they nerf how frequently it comes up. One other thing I wanted to check was whether they changed Katukov's. This used to say the actual effect for Katukov is he heals when he has less than half health, but they advertise it as more than half. So I'll have to check out whether they've updated his actual ability so it's as advertised. Because as it's worded is one of the big reasons why I bought Katukov. Excellent pickup, I think. Very good tank commander for what you're buying. I think it was only $3. Plus you get 750 medals out of it. So I think that's a very good purchase for early to mid game players. He has good abilities. I've updated him with the golden trio. This is kind of useless if unless you plan on using him as an infantry commander, but I certainly wouldn't. I think tank commanders are far more useful. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.